Welcome everyone to Vested Interest. This is Shane, and before we get into the video, I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who's taken the time to watch, comment, and like the videos. A special thank you to those who have subscribed to the channel. You guys are awesome. Over 320 subscribers. The channel continues to grow because of people like you, and I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now and join us all on this journey to financial freedom. Let's help each other out on this journey. Drop your comments down below as well if you have a tidbit to share, stock that you've been investing in that's done you well, dividends that have been paid out. That's what we're going to cover today. Dividends received in my portfolio for October 2022. So go ahead and let me know down in the comment section what dividends you received in October. And if you're stopping by the channel for the first time, well, it's not rocket science. In my opinion, the best way to do anything, keep it as simple as possible. It just really boils down to consistently investing, buying dividend growth stocks, and growing companies with positive cash flow that covers the dividend, companies with a high return on their invested capital, nice margins. And I utilize both a dollar cost average approach, consistently investing into the stock, my portfolio on a minimum of bi-weekly basis every 2 weeks when I get paid. Pretty much every week I do some activity. Usually it's about $1,300 a week in stocks I pick up. I also do large purchases if I have extra funds, a bonus, do a side job, something like that. I cover all my investments into this portfolio on this channel. I do not have a paid Patreon account, so it's free to see what I'm doing. I don't ever intend to have a paid Patreon account. We all have enough to pay. Excuse me. We all have enough to pay for, so it's free to see what I'm investing in. But if you'd like to help the channel, dropping a comment, liking the videos, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell helps the channel out tremendously. I also have a link to my Webull account down below if you're looking to start your own investing journey. If you use that link, I'll get some free stocks. You'd get some free stocks as well whenever you put some money into that account, deposit some funds into the account. So that's another way you can help the channel out. You don't have to use that link. That's totally up to you. But if you do not have a brokerage account, it's one that I use for more speculative plays, so I don't cover it on this channel. I use my Ally Invest account that's tied to my bank account as another brokers that I use. I know some people like Public, Moomoo. There's a lot of them out there. Most banks have brokerage through them now, but just make sure that you're not paying any fees to be trading. There's so many out there now that don't charge any fees. If you are paying any fees, I would suggest changing brokerages. That's just a suggestion. Let's jump right into the video and check out what dividends we received for October in my portfolio. So the dividends started rolling in on the 3rd from Huntington Bank, ticker HBAN, out of the financial sector. They paid out $25.96 in dividends. HPQ paid out, I think this is actually the first payment from HPQ. This is out of the technology sector, and HPQ, they actually split off. They used to do both computers and printers, but this company split off. So HPE, I believe, is the computer portion of it, and HPQ is more on the printer side. I'd have to back check that, but I believe that's the case. But they paid out $18.75 in dividends, and that was on the 5th. On the 14th, both O paid out $14.79. This is O Realty, a REIT here. They paid out $14.79. Leggett & Platt, ticker LEG, paid out $52.89. This is a consumer discretionary company here. Store Capital, which is no longer in the portfolio. We sold this position. Store is no longer paying dividends. This would be the last dividend anyway, and they are going private, so they will be buying out, or you'll get the funds for the shares that you have. I think it's $32.50 per share there. So Store Capital is no longer going to be a REIT that pays dividends, but that's what it was. It was a REIT there. Stag is another REIT. They paid out $13.03, ticker STAG. And this one I sold out of as well. Really no growth in the dividend here. Love the company. Love that they are in the industrial sector. They own and operate industrial buildings. Really love that. A lot of their tenants I love. Amazon is a big one of theirs, but really no growth on that one there. And I like to see dividend growth. So anytime I'm not seeing it, it becomes a drag on the portfolio. In my opinion, it's because I have a dividend growth portfolio of mine, looking for the income, the passive income provided by the portfolio. That's the whole idea behind my investing strategy. And last up, Cisco Systems paid out $43.91 on the 26th. Ticker CSCO, and this is out of the information technology sector as well. Total of $239.45 paid out in October in dividends. And so the total dividends for the month, that brings us up to $3,722.59 in passive income paid out by the portfolio, by the companies within the portfolio, doing nothing but owning good businesses and holding them for the long term. Those dividends continue to grow. The snowball continues to grow as I add new capital and buy more stocks within the portfolio, and as the dividends, the companies within the portfolio pay out dividends, and they go right back in and buy more shares of the companies that paid them out. So those are the two ways that we, as well as, let's go for a third way, as well as when companies increase their dividends over time. So there's several ways that the portfolio grows outside of me just putting more money into it. That is the great thing about these types of portfolios. I have what they call the drip setup. So like I said, whenever a company within the portfolio pays out a dividend, that dividend automatically gets reinvested. That's what DRIP stands for, Dividend Reinvestment Plan. It's automatically reinvested back into the portfolio and buys shares of that same company. That helps to grow. If that company increases, which most of mine do, and if they don't last very long in my portfolio. That's part of the reason we took Stag out. There really wasn't any growth there, like I mentioned in the previous slide. So as the company grows their dividend, it goes from 29 cents to 32 cents, for example. That's the other way that snowball keeps growing. And then obviously, if you put in additional funds, $200 a week, $200 a month, $200 a year, whatever your chosen number is, whatever your chosen time frame is, and just consistently add to it, that's another way the portfolio will grow. And then obviously you hope for the companies to go up in value. I'm a little different. I don't mind seeing red in my portfolio. I like to see the sales. I like to see those companies on sale and at cheaper prices with higher yields, and that will help my snowball grow faster later. All right, let's keep going. So this one I'd like to throw in so you can see that throughout the months, right? Different companies pay out different dividends, so you might be higher than others. I don't try to balance out mine. I know some people do. They want these numbers to kind of be even across there. But what I'm really getting at here is I want to show the growth from one month to the next. Now you're going to see we sold out of several positions. If you've been following the channel, you'll notice I've about this time in August and September, I was actually selling some companies within the portfolio. Had some bills come up, have some taxes to pay. My taxes, I pay my own taxes instead of having my mortgage do it. So twice a year I pay my land taxes. So I needed to pay those. My wife and I put a pool in the back, so I needed to pay for that. We put a new fence up because of the pool. So we had several big items come up where I had put money away for those things. So we pulled those back out of the portfolio. So here in October, this is actually the same payout month as July, right? And the same payout month as April, and the same payout month as January. So you saw it going from 112 to 272 to 281. It was clearly going up, and now it's dropped back down to 239. So you'll start seeing that again. It'll start going up. Same thing here, February 253, and then the next month, same payout month would be May 315. See how it's grown there? May, the next payout month from there would be August, right? And then the next payout month from there will be in November. And this one might be lower like this one because we sold quite a few stocks. Now this one here is going to be a little misleading because September here is the same payout month in June, and that's lower. And this is before I started selling off stocks here, right? But that's actually because in this month, LyondellBasell paid a special dividend. So they paid additional funds and dividends there that they don't typically pay. So that's part of the reason you see that drop. But this should start ramping back up, and you'll clearly start to see that dividend growth again from quarter to quarter. On these ones, like I said, these companies that pay here are not the same companies that pay here. They pay out on a quarterly basis, the ones in mine anyway, and then a couple like SBSW, Sibanye-Stillwater, and Vail, which are mining companies, they pay out a couple times a year, semi-annually. All right, so that's why I throw this in there so you can see the monthly dividend growth. And really, that is it. So those are the companies in my portfolio that paid me. What companies paid you out in October? Like I said, drop those comments down below. It's not looking like this at my house anymore. The water's getting cold. No one's going swimming out back right now, but I just thought I'd leave that one up there because it makes me feel good, even though we're heading into winter here quickly. All the leaves are coming off the trees, starting to get cold. So I'm definitely not in the water again until the spring, but I love that picture, so I thought I'd leave it up there. And that is it for this one. As always, appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to show me some love. Hit that thumbs up, ring the notification bell. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I do personally read and respond to the comments. I'm always interested to read your questions, opinions, or suggestions for future topics. Drop them all down below in the comments section. This is Shane signing off, wishing peace and prosperity to you and yours. And remember, financial security comes to those who take a vested interest. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you in the next one. Tomorrow I will have a subscriber video out on Saturday, so you should see this one on Friday. So on Saturday, look for a subscriber suggested video. We're going to look at Smuckers in more of a deep dive. And then we'll also have the Sunday portfolio update video coming out. Don't forget that as well. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you are notified whenever we put out any new content. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this presentation should be considered financial advice. Don't always share my opinion. Investing journey for educational and entertainment purposes. Investing involves risk. You can lose money. You should never invest any amount you're not comfortable losing. Always do your own research. Invest based on your situation, circumstances, and select criteria, or seek the advice counsel of a certified financial advisor.